Some more breaking news here for Qualcomm on Intel. Let's listen in.
Influential of semiconductor analysts. He says, don't do it, Qualcomm. It seems very risky to us, given the uncertain returns, the amount of time it would take. Even if you got China, it conceivably would take years. And B of A weighing in with a similar sort of refrain of, yeah, we get it. There's certainly benefits, but you know, the way, how long it would take, the confusion that it would potentially create would give even more of a lead to Intel competitors who've, of course, Carl, already been benefiting from that company's, as we've pointed out so many times with Jim in particular, who's been correctly critical of them for years. It's just been a sad saga, frankly, in the midst of a turnaround under CEO Pat Gelsinger that is going to extend for years to come, potentially.
Whose comp has been notable for different reasons, namely its size, and then even attempts to introduce new clients, so to speak. People point out, well, AWS has been working with them for some time. What's really new about this iteration of business?
Right. That was the latest announcement, of course, that we got in terms of a potential chip. Yeah, it's a long period of time with an enormous amount of capital investment required by Intel. We've talked often about how constrained they conceivably are. One reason why they bring in the likes of an Apollo or a Brookfield to help them finance these new fabs that they are planning on building. Apollo also figuring into the weekend's news as well. Bloomberg reporting that that company at least looking to potentially make as much as a $5 billion investment in Intel. If you go back to my interview with Apollo Global CEO Mark Rowan from last week, they have 4,000 people who do nothing but try to originate credit for the most part, but deals at Apollo. So you might imagine, if they, especially given the existing relationship, if they can figure out a way to structure something they think Apollo needs that would benefit them, that's sort of a hybrid security between debt and equity, they may pursue it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
They also, it was pointed out in the article, have a almost $1 billion investment in Western Digital, so some experience in the chips sector specifically. I do wonder if that makes it less likely that Intel would have to pursue a deal with a Qualcomm if they get this sort of equity investment.
It's not clear to me at all that Intel was the one that obviously, first of all, they were not the one that reached out. It was Qualcomm, which I believe a couple of years ago also had interest. I remember at the time, at least, I didn't report it, but reporting on it, that there was at least some interest and perhaps an approach was made back then. And then there's Broadcom also. Again, if Intel were to decide, you know what, we got to sell ourselves or we got to figure something out, there might be other potential suitors. Although, again, all of them come with a significant amount of difficulty in terms of getting
Sounds like a lengthy regulatory review process.
You're not kidding.
Let's turn back to the broader markets.
There we go. So that's some breaking news there on Intel. It could take a long time. The stock I see is going back up again now. Let's look at the broader markets. As you can see, I'm about to break another all-time high again. It's becoming a habit, this. Always making money, never losing money. Fantastic. Very, very good indeed. So there you go. I've just done 2 extra videos on the story between Qualcomm, Apollo, done a full analysis with some breakdown of the financials of the company as well. Some 2 stories for you. So I'm going to put the links up there. Down below in the description, I'll put the links for the videos and in the pin to the comments as well. Over here, I've got 2. I've got when we first broke the news about the Intel deal and in an NVIDIA relationship as well, over here. And down here, I've got the Apollo update that I just recorded this morning. So 2 Intel videos going down here. Go and check them out. There's a lot of volatility here in the market around this stock. It might present some opportunity. Qualcomm's going back up again after the rumor perhaps is going to fade away. I don't know. There's money to be made here though. Pay your money to take your choice. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.